Today, we are going to connect our WhatsApp with n8n and set up the credentials.
I'm going to start by adding a WhatsApp trigger, and I'm going to select on messages, and as you can see we need a credential to connect it with. I'm going to create new credential, and it is asking us for client ID and client secret. We will quickly hop on to business.facebook.com. Here you need to create a business portfolio. I've just created an empty business portfolio. Once you create the business portfolio, you will come to settings, and next you are going to come to apps, and then we are going to add an app. We want to select create a new app ID. Now this is enabled for me. You need to confirm your account with your phone number to be able to do this. It sends us off to developers.facebook.com. So I'm going to just put an app name. It's asking us to define the use cases. So we'll go to the all section and then we'll go to other. Next, we want to select the app type. So we want to select business because it gives access to WhatsApp. And lastly, it's asking us to confirm the details before creating the app. Now we have the option to add different products like Messenger, Instagram and WhatsApp. So I'm going to select WhatsApp and I'm going to go to app settings and I'm going to go to basic. Here you can see there is an application ID and application secret. So I'm going to just copy and paste this. And I'm going to show the app secret and paste it in the client secret. I'm going to click on save. Now it is tested that successfully. We are going to add an AI agent next. And I'm going to quickly connect it with the LLM to give it a brain. We want it to respond it back to the same ID, so we are going to add WhatsApp. And we are going to say send message. Now as you can see, it's a bit tricky because it asks us to connect a new credential. WhatsApp has two credentials, so we'll just see how to set up the second one. Now it's asking us for access token and business account ID. We'll go back to our Facebook developers console and we are going to click on WhatsApp and we are going to go to API setup. Now as you can see, we have an option to generate an access token and we also have a phone number, and this is a test number given by WhatsApp. If you want, you can add your own phone number here. So I'm going to select my own phone number here and I'm going to generate an access token. Now we can opt into just this WhatsApp account or we can opt into all current and future accounts. So I'm going to select this. And lastly, it's asking if we are okay with the terms and conditions and if you want to save. Now we have the access token, so I'm just going to copy and paste it here. Next, we need a business account ID. For the business account ID, I'm going to just copy this here and paste it here. I'm going to click save and the connection is tested successfully. Now we need to select a sender phone number. So I'm going to add this number. We need a recipient's phone number with the country code. So I'm going to add that. And for the text body, we'll just say test to see if it's working or not. And I'll just execute workflow since it's in the test mode. I have opened up WhatsApp and this is the test number Facebook gave us. So I'm going to just write hi. And as we see, there is a problem in agent node. So let me just configure that. Choose define below. And we need to make sure we choose the text type that we want here. And we'll put that in the prompt user message. Now I'm going to pin this data here. Now I'm going to execute the workflow. And as you can see, it has responded back with test because that's what we configured. Now let's just make some few edits. Now instead of the text body as test, we are going to remove that. And we are going to take the AI agent's output here. The recipient's phone number was also hard coded. We'll take it from WhatsApp's trigger and make it an expression. So we'll take the WhatsApp ID, WA ID, and paste it here. And there you have it. You have connected your WhatsApp with your AI agent in n8n. Now I'm going to test it one more final time. And it's again waiting for an event. I'm going to again just open up WhatsApp and just write hi and see how it works. So as we see, workflow is executed successfully and we get the response, how can I assist you? We will also see a real use case for this, and I will use one of my previous builds where I created a personal assistant using Telegram. Now I'll change that to WhatsApp. This is the assistant we created using Telegram. Now we are going to change this and use the WhatsApp nodes to configure these. I'll remove the Telegram trigger and I'll add a WhatsApp trigger here. And I'll click on messages and it will use the same credentials that we had earlier. Now we are going to connect it to the if node. Next, let's just create a test event here again. Next, I am going to create a test event. I'm going to create a voice note. Hello, how are you? And that has executed the workflow, and now we just need to configure the if node. I'm going to replace the earlier ones and I'm going to select the type and I'm going to change it to string is equal to, and I'm going to add audio. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to change the file type here, add this here, and then instead of exist, I'm going to choose is equal to text, because I know that it is going to name it as text when it is a text message. I'm going to save this here and I'm going to execute workflow. Now that's great. Now we just need to remove the Telegram node here. We are going to delete this connection and we are going to add a WhatsApp node and we are going to add a download media node. Here we just need to add the media ID in the audio section, this ID. We're going to click save and we are going to execute the workflow. Now this is happening correctly, but as we see, we are getting a URL. So we need to download this as a binary file. So I'm going to make an HTTP request and I'm going to use a get method. In the URL, I'm just going to use this same URL and I'm going to authentication. I'm going to use predefined credential type because we have already added WhatsApp, and I'm going to search for WhatsApp. We have the WhatsApp API and there you have it. We will connect it with the transcribe node and we will execute the workflow. And as you can see, we saw an error because the response and error message are configured to Telegram. So I'll just remove these two very quickly and I'll add them again. We need to also configure our simple memory node. So it was again set up to Telegram trigger. So the key I'm going to use is from WhatsApp trigger and I'm going to my display phone numbers ID. So I'm going to add this key here and then I'm going to click on save and execute the workflow. The workflow is executed successfully and we'll add WhatsApp nodes now. We're going to click on send message. For the sender phone ID, we are going to go to WhatsApp trigger and we are going to add the display phone number here. And in the recipient's phone number, I'm going to add WA_ID, which is my phone number. And for the text body, I'm going to go to the agent and I'm going to use its output. Now I'll also add the error node. So again, I'll add WhatsApp, send message, and I'm going to use the same details. So for sender phone ID, I'm going to use a display phone number and my phone number for recipient's phone number. For the text body, I'll convert this into expression first and I'll add $JSON.error. This is the error variable that we get in case the workflow has an error, and then it sends the message. And let me just rename it to error so that we know this is the error node and we can just click on save. Now I'm going to unpin this data. And I'm going to execute the workflow. Now again, I'm going to send it a voice note. Hey, how are you today? And as you can see, the workflow started executing and we have got an error. So let's just see what it is. And it's saying object with ID does not exist, right? So we just added sender phone number instead of ID. So I'll just remove that. We'll go to WhatsApp trigger and we'll get to phone number ID and add that. And we're going to copy that again. And we are going to add that in the error node as well. Let's just save it Let's spin the data and let's execute the workflow again. And as you can see, it has sent the response. Let's check what it has replied with. I'm doing well and ready to help you. What would you like assistance for today? So there you have it. You have your WhatsApp credentials, how to connect it, and then how to use it in an existing workflow. That's how you integrated WhatsApp into one of your existing workflows, and now you can use it like your personal chatbot in WhatsApp, and you can give it access to all your tools and create all kinds of analysis or agents with this. Have a good day. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe to join me in my journey as I learn AI and make it easy for everyone who wants to use it.